it's now time for me to give you my favorite underdogs for UFC 310. Underdogs where I think, hey, man, I think they can win this fight. Might need to pay attention there. Or plus 3.5 makes a lot of sense here. Or dogs I think are going to win straight up. How you doing? How's your mama? How's your family? I hope they're doing swell. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Help out that algorithm. Let's make some money this week. Not a lot of dogs that I like on this pay-per-view. A lot of heavy favorites that I think will win, but they're heavy favorites, so I wouldn't want to bet them. Michael Chiesa could make it interesting, but I don't think he's going to be able to close distance. First underdog I want to talk about is Cody Durden. This is a fight that, if you haven't watched my quick picks, watch that. This is a fight where it's like, and I don't know if these probably aren't the current odds. UFC sucks at updating current odds, but I know they're still a dog. Cody Durden's a guy, is like, and Joshua Van. This is a fight where I said, if you haven't watched my quick picks, please go watch them. I flipped back and forth between this fight, and I flipped again, bro. You got Josh Van, a guy who's really good, close, using that boxing. Just not a lot of power. It's a lot of pitter-patter. This guy lands the most significant strikes per minute in the UFC with over 8. High volume, but it's harder to have volume going backwards. It's harder to have volume on the back foot. So this is a fight that I think is going to be very, very competitive. I think if it does not go to the decision, well, I think that means Josh Van got finished, because Cody Durden does have power. We've seen Josh Van hurt a lot. So if it does end by finish, I think Cody Durden is the one who finished Josh Van. And if it goes to the decision, surely I feel Cody can win a round. So a plus 3.5 makes a lot of sense here. In my predictions video, I had Josh Van winning by decision. I think Josh Van builds as fights go. Cody Durden just nonstop, doesn't stop. So I think Cody can win that first round for sure. I think Cody can mess around and find a finish as well. So it's a very competitive fight where I think the finishing upside is on the dog. So I think a dog plus 3.5 makes a lot of sense there. Eric Anders. I'm on Eric Anders as well at catchweight at 195. Chris Weidman's just, I don't want to seem like a hater, but I said in my quick picks that Chris Weidman, I don't feel Chris Weidman is UFC level anymore. He can come out here, he can prove me wrong. His last win is against a guy who was not UFC level in Bruno Silva, and he won via eye pokes. And before that, he looked like he was 80 years old against after his leg injury. And before that, he fought Uriah Hall and had the leg injury. And it's like, bro, his movement's slower. He's not the same wrestler. Even when he was still kind of, you know what I'm saying, competing, he was already transitioning into more of a striker anyways. And he's just not good. You know, Eric Anders isn't anything spectacular, but Eric Anders just beat addiction. He said he's like a year or two sober. He's feeling the best he's felt. He wants to make up for a lost time and time that he didn't take his prime serious. I mean, age is your age. But what I do know about Eric Anders, he's an athlete. He's going to come forward. He's going to stay in your face. He's going to make you fight. And I think a win over Jamie Pickett is more impressive than a win over Jamie Pickett at the time Eric Anders fought him. Even on the 6-fight losing streak, is a harder win to get than a Chris Weidman. So I'm all over Eric Anders. It could be competitive. Probably goes over 2.5. Probably goes to distance. But yeah, I'm on Eric Anders, and that's it. The other underdog, I think Ian Gary wins this fight. I'm not super confident in that. Right, I think, like I said, I think Ian Gary needs to have a full 25 minutes of clean work with not a lot of mistakes. I think if Shavkat beats Ian Gary, it'll be by finish and it'll be by submission. But Ian Gary getting this experience with the best grapplers in the world, and at Team Shoot the Box, and with Gilbert Burns and Damian Maia and Charles Oliveira in the corner. I think that's a very strategic guy to have in the corner. He's going to be ready to defend these clinch situations and these submissions. So I think it's just going to be, can you stay on your bike? Can you move? Can you be faster, which you are faster? Can you be more precise, which you are more precise and more defensively sound? I think that's all Ian Gary is. I'm not trying to make this as simple as 1 + 1 = 2, because I understand that guys cannot last 15 minutes in the case with Shavkat. Now you're going to give Shavkat 10 extra minutes to find a finish. This is a very scary fight. And I want Ian Gary to win. And I could be swaying my pick, but I actually think Ian Gary's going to win this fight. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. Ian Gary's going to be wearing battle scars. Shavkat's going to be wearing battle scars. But I have Ian Gary winning this fight. And that's it. That's all the dogs I have for this card. I'm all over Pantoja. Kai Asakura has a puncher's chance. But Alexandre Pantoja is a guy with great game planning. He's very aware. He's going to be ready for the knees. So he's not going to do anything stupid. All over Surreal Gone. Go watch the Quick Picks video. I broke down every single fight. I think Do Ho Choi could beat Nate Landwehr, but it's just not a good matchup physically for Do Ho Choi, a guy who isn't very, very durable and gives ground against the guy who just does nothing but come forward. So that's all I got. It's time. The return of the Casual Parlay, which is 3-1 on YouTube. We back with the Casual Parlay. I did take a break, but we back with it. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just something that I like to do, to put that out there, to document it, as well as see how good I am on calling these fights, predicting these fights from a betting standpoint. Strategically, though. Not trying to hit plus 1,000 odd parlays. Not trying to flip $5 to $500. Not trying to flip $100 into $1,000 with 5-6 legs. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I picked 2 to 3 legs, but somewhere between plus 100, plus 200 odds. I'll just look to double my money, or sometimes even triple it if I'm very confident in my picks. We have 3 legs on the Casual Parlay this week. I almost wanted to put Kennedy Nzechukwu while he was minus 500, but it's like, I can't really trust him yet still. He lost the OSP. And that still just doesn't sit right. I would love to be on Chase Hooper, but I mean, that's negative 1,100. Chase Hooper inside the distance could be a play, but Clay Guida's a very durable guy. A guy who has been submitted, but like, Clay's not an easy guy to take down. He's game with the wrestling. And you add punches and kicks. It could be a kickboxing match, and we don't know if Chase Hooper's going to finish Clay Guida, so that's not the greatest bet here. Cody Durden plus 3.5. I spoke on this in my favorite underdogs pick. Hold it. Let me get in the car, man. It's chilly out here. Hold it. That was all cool and all until I went on that motherfucking DraftKings and I seen Eric Anders plus 3.5 at the odds that I liked. So that means the Casual Parlay, when I have Cody Durden on it, I'll be able to just watch the Cody Durden fight, root for Josh Van, and not have any conflicts there because I want Josh Van to win. But I feel like Cody's going to win. I'm okay with just watching that one. Eric Anders, Chris Weidman, I don't really give a fuck. So, I don't really give a fuck about who fighting. I'll bet on that one. I think this will be a close fight. I think Eric Anders can win. I think Chris Weidman can win. I think there's no finishes. I think that if there is a finish, Chris Weidman, the old man's getting finished. And I definitely think this has split decision all over it. All over it. Oh, shit. All over it. So, yeah. I like that. Like I said, man, you ain't finna flip $5 on my parlay for a band. You're not finna flip $20 for a band. My parlay is, well, this ain't for you. This, I mean, if you want it to be, hey, but I'm not telling you, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is what my head at. I do things to multiply my money by either somewhere between 2 and 3. That's where I want to multiply my money. Anything else is great. And if I'm confident, then I'll take the shot. But turning 50 to 150 or 200 is great with me. Oh, that's multiplying by 4, I guess you could say. So, yeah, that's where my head be at with these kind of things. The Casual Parlay, I want to be very, very consistent. If I play a Casual Parlay, I want that motherfucker to be green. We 3-1 on YouTube. We making it 4-1. Let's make some money this week. Next leg, Movsar Evloev. Minus 250 for Movsar Evloev against Aljamain Sterling. Movsar's going to probably look minus 450, 500 on fight night. No. Aljamain's best attribute is his wrestling. Movsar's the better wrestler. Movsar also a great striker. The bigger man. The faster man. The longer man. Pause. Aljo's little funky, slow style. That's just not going to work. Movsar's probably going to outstrike him and can take him down and control him. Aljamain's not going to get that backpack bullshit, hold him there. That's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. I don't even think I need to explain this one that much. What's understood is understood. Aljo's also contemplating retirement. And he's also been in a position where he feels like the UFC puts him in bad situations. It's not looking good for Aljo. Last leg, Ciryl Gane. Why the fuck does Volkov's legs look like that? It's Ciryl Gane, a rematch in where I think the fight is going to play out the same, because I think Volkov's going to come out there and try to kickbox again, and Ciryl Gane is going to kickbox. And if you just kickboxing with Ciryl Gane, you're not going to win. Ciryl Gane, much better footwork, much faster, much quicker, much more technical. And I think Alexander Volkov is a great striker. Like I said in my quick picks video, I think he, tit for tat, I think he's the second best striker in the heavyweight division. Power, the great equalizer in power, makes the difference and makes Tom the best. But the tit for tat, hell, sliders all the way up, Volkov wins, right? So, but I think Volkov, if he tried to grapple in this fight, it would make it interesting. The thing is, we haven't seen Volkov shoot a takedown in 4 or 5 years in multiple UFC fights. So what's going to change now? No, he's going to look at the tape. He's going to see what adjustments he can make. He's going to say, I'm 6'7", even though he has a shorter reach. I'm 6'7". He's going to try to stay on his bike like he did with Sergey Pavlovich. He's going to try to box from the outside. And that's just not going to work against Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane only got hit 15 times in his last fight while landing over 100 strikes and finding the finish. If Alex does not grapple this, I don't think this fight will be very, very competitive. So give me Ciryl Gane. That's the casual parlay. Mind your business on how much I put on it. Mind your business. Mind your business. But that's the casual parlay right there. Some other bets that I wouldn't be mad at is putting a little something on Ian Gary. Bro, like $20 on Ian Gary when you're like probably like $100. A little something on Ian Gary wouldn't hurt. Alexandre Pantoja inside the distance, I don't think it's a bad bet either. Decision, no action. I mean, where if the bet goes to decision, you get a refund. I don't know what the odds is for that, but that's not a bad one either, because I think Alexandre can find a submission in this fight. Dominic Reyes, no. Kenny Nezejeku by KO is not a bad bet, but I wouldn't put it in any parlays. But other than that, yeah, that's all I got. The fights are tomorrow, guys. Let's lock in. I will be live. It's going to be a great time. Like, comment, subscribe, share this to somebody. I love y'all, man. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, man. Yeah.